Hey everyone, welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. In today's reading, we are going to answer the question, what is your financial future? So we're going to dive into whether you are going to be abundant, whether you are going to be rich and wealthy, and we're also going to be diving into your wealth story and the ways that you're going to bring more money and riches and finances into your life. So this is a general reading. Simply take what resonates and leave what doesn't. These readings are always meant to empower you. If you would like to explore my podcast or my online shop, please check out the links below in my description. Okay, so if you are new to Pick a Card readings, here's how it works. The first thing that you're going to do is you are going to pick the pile or the crystal that you are the most intuitively drawn to. So with pile 1 here, we have our super attractor cards for each of the piles. So for pile 1 here, we have I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. And we have our yellow Jasper crystal. With pile 2 here, we have when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. And we also have the Labradorite crystal. For pile 3 here, we have I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. And then we also have a blue Apatite crystal. And then pile 4 here, we have when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. We also have a Carnelian crystal. So you can choose one pile, you can choose more than one, or you can choose all of them. It's totally up to you. But when you are ready, you can go to the description of this video, find the timestamp that is linked to your pile, and then you can skip ahead to your reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I will see you on the other side. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Now let's dive in. Okay, so pile 1, the first card that you have here is the 6 of Cups. You also have Ascending the Mountain, Keep Going Forward. You have Awakening. You also have Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? You have the King. This one says Sun. You have Cat, Intuition. You also have Trust, Basil. You have a sacral chakra crystal, and this one is Amber, Fertility. And then you also have your super attractor affirmation that you chose in the beginning of the reading. This one says, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Okay, so with the 6 of Cups here, this one says the past and innocence. So this card typically talks about looking back to our past, looking back to that past with a sense of fondness. So with the question of what is your financial future, I feel that this could mean that maybe your past experiences or decisions might play a very significant role in shaping your financial future. So I don't know if you might be revisiting old financial strategies or investments, maybe that once, worked really well for you. Maybe this is also a sign that you're going to let go of any sort of outdated financial habits that maybe aren't so beneficial to you. This card is also associated with like kindness, generosity, sharing. So I don't know if your financial future is going to involve you helping others or maybe even receiving help from friends and family. Now, I also feel like generosity could come back to you in unexpected ways, and I think that this will lead you to opportunities that really enhance your financial situation. This card can also talk about childhood and family ties, and I think that your financial future is probably going to be very much influenced by either family ties or inheritances, childhood and family. I don't know if some of you out there are interested in investing your time, your resources, your energy in family businesses or property, or maybe you're going to have financial support from family relationships or your community in some way. I also feel like you're going to be reflecting on any sort of past financial success that you've had. And I think that you're going to be using that to consider how you can apply those strategies to your current situation, right? It's almost like, I keep hearing like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There was like once upon a time when you were in flow when it came to your finances. So it might be time to look back and see what worked, what didn't work, and maybe start applying the things that did work in your current situation. I really do feel like with this card, learning from any sort of past experience is going to provide you with really valuable insights. Now, this is also a message to not overly idealize the past. Like, make sure that your plans are practical and they're, flexible in terms of like your present circumstances. And I also think that it's also important to remember that, while it's important to be generous, also make sure that your cup is full too, right? Make sure that giving of yours is sustainable and it doesn't put you at risk either. This is a sign to balance helping others while still maintaining your own financial stability. The Six of Cups can also talk about charity or like charitable contributions. So I don't know if like maybe you're going to have so much money that you have enough to donate to charities, or that you're going to have enough time to donate your help and efforts to those in need. Maybe you'll be on the receiving end of somebody being charitable with you. So yeah, and I think that there's definitely just this element of like collaboration here. So I think that collaboration is going to lead to that stronger financial security. And I also feel like maybe for some of you here, you might be exploring opportunities for like joint investments. Like maybe you go in and purchase a property like with your parents, and it's on acreage, and they live on 1 acre and you live on another acre, and it's a great way to get into the market that way. That's just a specific example for some of you. Maybe some of you here are going to be receiving money through family business ventures, right? That can really bring in long-term benefits, right? Or maybe you're continuing a family business. Now, I also feel like for some of you here, you might be considering starting a business or an investment that evokes that sense of like nostalgia, or brings like feel good like energy to people. I think that you might be able to like capitalize on nostalgia or like attract loyal customers that way, is what I'm feeling. Now, I also feel like your financial decisions might be heavily influenced by your emotions. So I feel like it's going to be this kind of this journey of like balancing your emotions and then like logical information to make maybe like financial decisions, right? Now we also have the Ascending the Mountain card here. This one says keep going forward. So I do think that this represents like a journey of continuous progress, this perseverance towards financial stability and growth. I do feel like, ascending this mountain, it really does symbolize the importance of you having this persistence and determination. I also feel like your financial journey might involve you overcoming challenges and really steadily working towards your goals. I think that you can expect gradual progress rather than overnight success, right? It's like this slow and steady wins the race energy here. It's about enjoying the journey, right? It's not about racing to the top. It's about really taking in the sights and, taking time to smell the roses. Now, I do feel like this has everything to do with long-term vision. I think that you're going to have this focus on long-term goals and planning. And I do think that your financial success is going to come from setting very clear objectives and steadily working towards them. So I do think that, maybe you're going to be like working on your savings or your investments or debt management. You're going to be doing something that is contributing to that overarching goal or that long-term financial plan, whatever it is that applies to your situation. I also feel like you're going to see any sort of challenge as an opportunity for growth and for learning, right? Because sometimes mountains can symbolize the challenges that we have to overcome on our journey in life. Now, I do feel like you are going to be able to recognize and celebrate all of the different small victories that you have along the way. You're going to know that with each step forward, no matter how small or how big, they all contribute to your overall progress. So I think it is important too to like keep track of your milestones and keep track of your progress, because it helps that momentum, right? And it, like for example, paying off debt. If you can like visually see that you're paying off chunks of debt each month and you're having like a lower and lower balance, it's a lot more motivating to see that versus like paying something off and not really seeing like what sort of progress you've been making, right? It has everything to do with motivation and keeping that momentum going towards your goal. So I also feel like I'm feeling like the energy of continuous learning here. So I think that maybe for some of you here, you're going to stay educated about maybe things like personal finance, maybe like investment strategies. I see a lot of you here like attending workshops or reading books, or, you know, finding whatever financial like news or sources that really work for you. I think that this is all going to empower you to make those informed decisions and really learn how to adapt to any sort of changing financial landscapes. I do think that you're going to be setting short-term goals, right? You're going to be creating a budget, maybe starting an emergency fund. You know, maybe you're going to be diving into different ways to systematically pay off debts. There's just a whole bunch of things that you're going to be focusing on, maybe, you know, growing your investments, planning for major life events. Maybe some of you here are trying to purchase a home in the future, or fund an education, or plan for retirement, right? Now we do have the Awakening card here. So I do feel like a lot of like, for a lot of you here, your career or your financial future, it has a lot to do with you really opening up and waking up to what your heart is calling you to do, right? I think it's not always about just doing the tried and true, or it's not always about doing what other people have told us to do because it's safe or because it's expected. I think many of you here are going to be awakening to your own truth and your own like cause and direction. So for some of you, I don't know if you've been seeing confirmations of going through a spiritual awakening. Maybe you're seeing a lot of angel numbers. Maybe you're seeing, angel numbers 111, 222, and so forth. Maybe you're seeing spirit animal totems. Maybe you're seeing a butterfly at the right time, at the right place, that confirms that you're on the right track. There's so many different things, right, that really can confirm that we're on the right track, we're in alignment, and we're following our unique path. We also have the Answer the Call card here, and this one says, what is your soul calling you to do? So with this, I feel like you're going to be aligning your financial path with your deeper purpose, like we just spoke about, right? We're going to be aligning that financial path with our passions. And, you know, I think that your financial future is really going to be prosperous when it aligns with what genuinely excites and fulfills you, Pal One. So this could mean pursuing a career or investments or business ventures that really do resonate with your heart and your core values and your passions, right? So I don't know if working in areas that you're passionate about will, lead you to feeling more satisfied or more motivated, which will translate into higher productivity and, higher financial success. I do think that many of you here are going to be mustering up that courage and taking a risk, right? Because answering the call of your soul, it really does often involve us taking risks and stepping out of our comfort zones. And financially, maybe this means investing in yourself, investing in your own business. Maybe you're going to change careers or pursue an unconventional path that feels more authentic to you. I feel like you're going to be attracting opportunities that feel right to you, that actually make you happy. And I think that when you align with your true calling, you also find that opportunities and resources appear more easily, right? They appear more readily. And this is referred to as being in the flow, right? Where your actions and the universe really do align to support those goals. And with this reading, specifically your financial goals. Now, I do think that there's this element of networking and, having this support here. I think that you're going to be engaging in activities and communities related to your passions that can really open doors and valuable networks and support systems that really enhance your financial growth. So with this card, it is a reminder to really reflect on what activities or fields really ignite your passion, right? What brings you joy? And really think about what you feel naturally drawn to and what you believe your purpose is. I also feel like for some of you, you might be allocating resources toward personal development, right? Maybe working on having those skills that align with your calling. So maybe you have to take courses or attend workshops or get new certifications. I also think, again, this is a reminder to build connections with people who share your passions. Maybe join relevant groups, maybe professional groups, or attend industry events, or really engage in communities that inspire you, right? So if you want to become a singer, then you might want to surround yourself with other singers and tap into that flow, right? What's a singer doing when they wake up? What's a singer doing throughout their day? What are they doing right before bed, right? It's about embodying the energy that you want to attract. What does the wealthy person do when they wake up in the morning? What are they doing? What are their intentions, right? Who are they surrounding themselves with? So, yeah, I do think that you are going to be staying flexible, staying open to new opportunities that really do align with whatever calling that you're led to. And sometimes unexpected paths can really lead us to these huge, big, significant financial gains and, personal fulfillment. So I think that if your soul is calling you towards creative work, maybe you can consider how you can monetize your talents through freelance work, or maybe like selling your art or starting a creative business. For those of you who feel like you're called towards helping professions, you want to help others, maybe you can explore careers in things like counseling or coaching or nonprofit work, right? Working in charities like we spoke about earlier, where your impact can also provide financial stability. Now, for those of you who are interested in entrepreneurship, maybe you're passionate about a specific idea or a specific, invention or piece of innovation. I think that starting your own business could really align you with that financial future that's there for you with your entrepreneurial spirits. Now, we also have the King. This one says Sun. So this one says, I powerfully lead my mission. Now, we have a bunch of descriptors here. So some of your personal strengths include that you are regal, powerful, passionate, courageous, sovereign, responsible, benevolent, creative, innovative, decisive, directive, inspiring, visionary, and respected. So I do feel like there's a couple different things here. I do think that you're probably going to attract your riches and your wealth through positions of leadership and authority and having this success and vitality. Because right here, the King represents things like being a powerful leader who takes charge of their destiny. So in financial terms, this suggests that you're going to take a commanding role in managing your finances and making decisive and strategic decisions to really ensure your financial growth. Now, I think that you will likely assume a position of authority, whether that's in your career or your business ventures or your investments, but I do think that this means that you could be rising to a leadership role in your professional life, or maybe you're going to become the primary decision maker in your financial affairs. So the Sun here also signifies things like success, things like clarity, things like achieving your goals. So I do think that your financial future looks really bright. I think that you're going to have significant achievements and milestones that are brought forth by your efforts. And I think that you can expect recognition and rewards for your hard work and your leadership. So I do think that this could come in the form of promotions, maybe bonuses. I do think that you're going to have very successful business outcomes. I think that you can expect to have a lot of power, a lot of vitality, a lot of confidence. I think that you're going to know how to approach money matters and finances with enthusiasm and a positive attitude, which is going to be really important in overcoming any challenges and really going after any opportunities that are valuable and favorable. Now, I think that you're also going to be really proactive in seeking opportunities to step up and lead, whether that's in your career or maybe your financial endeavors. I think that you're going to look for ways to demonstrate those leadership abilities and to really take charge of any projects or investments. I do think that you're going to invest in developing your leadership and your management skills. So I don't know if this is going to involve further education or training or mentorship in some way. So I feel like with the King and the Sun energy here together, I think that this is a sign that, any sort of like business or entrepreneurial venture will be favorable for you. So if you've been considering, starting your own business, this is really a very auspicious sign that you have the potential to lead a very successful business venture. I think that you're going to find success in investments, maybe particularly those that really allow you to have that control and make strategic decisions. So this is your sign to look for opportunities where your leadership can directly influence any sort of outcomes. And yeah, the next card that we have here is intuition. This one says cat. So I feel like you're going to find financial success by trusting your gut feelings and your intuition. I think that any decisions that you make intuitively are really going to be beneficial, even if they seem a little unconventional at first. I do think that your instincts are going to help you to navigate any sort of complex financial situation. I think it's going to make it a lot easier for you to look for opportunities and like really identify any sort of pros and cons that come with that. And we know that cats are very agile, they're very adaptable, they're flexible. So I think that you're going to be learning how to stay flexible with your finances, with your money. I don't know if you're going to be more open to new opportunities or maybe adjusting your plans and your circumstances as things change. But I think that being adaptable is going to allow you to pivot quickly, pivot efficiently, and really make sure that you know how to capitalize on any new trends or changes in the market. Now, cats are very observant, right? And they know how to be patient before making a move. So I do think that you may model similar like behaviors when it comes to your money, your finances, maybe even your career. I think that you're going to take the time to really thoroughly research and understand any sort of financial decisions before you act on it. And this is going to lead you to making more informed and successful outcomes. I think that for many of you here, you're going to be paying attention to your dreams, maybe any sort of, subconscious messages. I think that you're going to be getting a lot of valuable insights into your financial decisions. Of course, I do think that you're going to be balancing any sort of intuitive insights that come in with your logical side, with analysis, with research. You're going to be bringing in concrete information and data as well. And I do think that you're going to you're going to use your intuition to lead you to really good opportunities, and then you're going to verify that feasibility with practical means, right? And that's what I always say about my channel too. I always want to make sure that it's this beautiful blend between intuition and logic, right? The spiritual and the science, right? So I like that it's like a blend of both. I think that's very much how I am too, and I think that I do attract a community that has both sides to them. So anyway, yeah, I do think that I just keep hearing like emotional intelligence, and our intuition is very much linked to our emotional intelligence. So I do think that many of you here have this natural ability to understand and manage emotions, both yours and other people's. And so I do think that this is going to play a very crucial role in maybe negotiating, decision making as it has to do with your money and your finances. Now, I think that this is another sign to really go ahead and trust those instincts when it comes to networking and building professional relationships. I think that your intuition is going to help you to identify whether, business partners, people to collaborate with, whether they're trustworthy, whether they're in alignment with you, and whether things will be mutually beneficial, right? So the next thing I want to do here is I would love to look through our animal power book here to get more information. Anyway, okay, so we have lion here. This one says commanding, supreme ruler, generosity, courage, dignity, enthusiasm, new friendship, and honesty. So these could be some upcoming themes that are coming up for you. This one says when to work with me. It says when you want to act from a place of honesty and integrity, when you need more courage, when you want to be a respected leader, when you're ready to approach life with vigor and passion, and when you want healthy new friendships, and when you want to be more generous. The energy medicine here says, my strong energy gives you the power to trust in yourself and your abilities. If you are in a period of life where you're being tested or initiated, remember you have all that you need within to rise to the moment and overcome whatever is thrown your way. I love that. Lion is a symbol of courage and valor. So I do think that you are going to see a lot of your financial success through your acts of courage, right? Through your acts of valor. So that is super great, pile one. The next card that we have here is trust. This one says basil. So this is Scorpio energy here. I don't know if some of you have Scorpio as a significant sign in terms of your zodiac signs or your birth chart. This could just be the energy at play here. Scorpio is very deep, loyal. They're very, very intuitive. They can go very deep. They know how to transmute things. So much about Scorpio. But with this, I feel like basil is a symbol of protection and good fortune. Basil for a long time has been associated with protection and, having good fortune in different cultures. So in the context of your finances, I feel like this could mean that your financial future will be protected, it'll be safe, and I think that you will experience positive developments and good luck in any sort of monetary matters that you have. Now, I do think that this is also a symbol of growth and abundance because basil is an herb that grows very rapidly and abundantly. And this plant symbolizes growth and prosperity. So I do think that financially, this does suggest a future where your investments and your money and your savings, they grow steadily. And it really does lead to this increased wealth and financial stability for you. Now, I also feel like the theme of trust here, right? Trust is very fundamental when dealing with your money, dealing with your finances. And so I feel like building and maintaining trust with yourself, with your own intuition, with partners, with clients, and, maybe even advisors will be very important. I do think that having reliable relationships can really lead to beneficial partnerships and investment opportunities. I think that you're going to learn how to trust in your own financial decisions and your own instincts. I do think that this will play a very significant role for you. I think that you're going to focus on long-term financial goals. I think you're going to be avoiding get-rich-quick schemes, and you're going to make sure that you have sustained financial health. So, yeah. The next card that we have here is Amber. This is our crystal card. It's a sacral chakra crystal. So sacral chakra has everything to do with creativity, fertility. It has everything to do with expression or sensuality. So those could be themes for you in terms of your financial future. But let's read the emotional qualities for Amber. So this one says strengthens energy and ability related to mothering and nurturing. It releases negative energy, negative self-judgment and fear, brings positivity and a sense of well-being, quiets the voice of the inner critic, increases joyful, sensual expression. And this one says the sacred feminine renews me. So I wonder if your financial future is going to be significantly marked by you tapping into your divine feminine energy, right? Receiving, being in flow, flowing, not forcing, right? I also do think that your financial future is going to be very fertile, very fruitful, very abundant, right? You're walking into an era and a lifetime of sustained wealth, right? So that's our message from Amber. And then I want to talk about our super attractor card that you chose in the beginning of the reading. This one says, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. So we know that when we want to attract more abundance, when we want to manifest more riches, more finances, right? Or really just when we want to manifest more of what we want, we need to tap into that feeling, right? Manifesting is all about feeling. I know that I think in the online space there's a lot of talk about manifesting is about thinking better thoughts and doing all that kind of stuff with our thought processes. And while that is super duper important because our thoughts directly play into our feelings, it is truly more about feeling, right? When you're feeling that state of abundance, when you're feeling happy, secure, stable, excited, motivated, right? You are in tune with the vibration of abundance, wealth, money, right? Flow. When you are stressed out and worried and fearful and complaining, right? You're vibrating at a different level, right? One that's not so very closely aligned with money. So I'm referring to like the vibrational scale. I think it's from Abraham Hicks, I want to say, one of those spiritual creators. But if you guys are interested in learning more about how your feelings and your emotions and your own personal vibration, how you can tune that to the energy of abundance, just look at just Google the emotional scale, Abraham Hicks. I think that's where it comes from. Or if you just look up the emotional scale manifesting, you'll find a bunch of resources. This card comes as a prompt that asks us, do we believe that we're worthy of good things because of the external achievements that we've made? Do we believe that we're worthy of good things because we put others before ourselves, right? Or do we believe that we're worthy of good things just because we are, right? That we're innately and inherently good and we're worthy of good things just because we are, right? Because when you start to shift your focus to I'm worthy just because I am, you take that pressure off of yourself to need to do anything to be worthy, right? Or to have anything to be worthy, right? It's almost like those classic movies where they're in high school and the girl thinks that she has to be extremely pretty and popular and have the best clothes and the best bags to be, fitting in with the popular crowd. And later on in the story, she finds out that people are attracted to her energy, to her personality, and it's never about looks, Anyway, I hope that all makes sense, but I think that a lot of your financial abundance, your financial future, a lot of the money that flows into you is going to come because you decide differently for yourself. You decide that you're worthy of the good things just because you are, and not because you have to do anything or achieve anything externally, right? So, yes. Let's roll some astro dice to get more information about your financial future. Let's get more information about pile 1, financial future, pile 1. So we have Virgo we actually have Uranus in Virgo in the first house. So Uranus in Virgo in the first house. So with this combination here, I'm feeling like your financial future is going to be influenced by a couple different things. So with Uranus and Virgo here, Uranus, this represents things like innovation, change, and unconventional thinking. If you're interested in learning more about the planet of Uranus and what this means for you in your own birth chart, I do have a podcast where I dive into each and every planet and what they mean for you in your birth chart, as well as a bunch of different other astrology topics. I make it really easy to understand astrology as a whole and what it means for you and how you can use it as a tool to improve your life, your career, your relationships, manifestation, all that kind of stuff. So check out the link in my description. My podcast is called the That's Deep Podcast. I have everything introspective: astrology, Myers-Briggs personality types, all sorts of things. So yes, but in terms of Virgo is associated with things like work, health, and service. So combining Uranus and Virgo makes me think that you have a very innovative approach to work and finances. So I do think that you will thrive in careers like technology or health or any sort of field that requires you to use your analytical skills. So with Virgo's analytical nature combined with that unpredictability of Uranus means that you can probably adapt to changing finances. So, maybe you find yourself drawn to new methods or technologies that really improve the efficiency of your finances and your money. I do think that you're going to be paying attention to detail when it comes to your money and finances, because Virgo is very detail oriented. They're very methodical in managing finances. So you probably have a very keen eye for spotting errors and opportunities that others might miss. Now, with the first house here, this talks about our personal identity and our self-expression. So Uranus in the first house really does show me that there's a strong sense of individuality here and a desire to express your uniqueness. So maybe this is the way that you do bring in more money and more abundance, is by expressing yourself in a very unique way. I think that you're going to have independence when it comes to your financial matters. I think that you want to rely on your creative ideas, your innovative ideas, and your analytical skills to manage those finances, right? I think that you could be drawn to entrepreneurship, like we spoke about earlier, or freelance work, where you do have more control over that financial destiny. And I think that with Uranus's influence here, it really does suggest that your financial situation could undergo, sudden and unexpected changes, but this can bring forth opportunities, right? It can really open you up to new financial opportunities, is what I'm feeling here. So I think in terms of your financial future, I think that it's important for you to really embrace any sort of new technologies, new methods, stay updated with any sort of latest trend that is in your field. Be willing and open to experiment with unconventional approaches. Remember to leverage those analytical skills, expect the unexpected. Remember that it's important for you to tap into that independence and entrepreneurship. Consider any sort of career or side venture that really allows you to leverage that independence and show and express your unique skills. I think that entrepreneurship probably will provide both financial rewards and personal fulfillment. And yeah, I don't know if some of you are going to be interested in health and wellness, because Virgo is associated with health, and so health and wellness could be maybe like an area of business that will be very beneficial to you. So yeah, I do hope that this reading was really insightful, Pile 1. I hope it was super helpful. Please give this video a like if it resonates. It really does help the channel. Comment below with what pile you chose. I really do love to chat with you all in the comments. Drop me an emoji. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you back on the next video after this. I have a playlist with a ton of pick a card readings on my channel for you to explore. But if not this time, I will see you next time. Bye, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Now let's dive in. Okay, so Pile 2, the first card that you have here is the Tower. You also have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. We also have Divine Source. You have Inner Temple. The Advocate, Saturn, You have equality, seahorse. You have memory, rosemary. Then you have a throat chakra crystal. This one says Larimar, spaciousness. And then you have the card that you chose in the beginning, and this one says, when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear wisdom, and great wisdom. Clear direction and great wisdom. So the first card that we have here is the Tower. So the Tower often talks about unexpected changes. So this could symbolize the destruction of any old or outdated structures to make way for new growth. Maybe any unstable or unsustainable financial practices will become clear to you and, easier to address. I think that this is the card that reminds us that it's time to dismantle our old habits, our old systems, or any sort of old dependencies that really no longer serve our best interests. This card brings us an opportunity for a fresh start, for renewal. So I don't know if any of you here have experienced a time where destruction and sudden change has happened. I don't know if some of you have had a sudden loss of income, or had unforeseen expenses pop up, or seen a dramatic shift in their finances. But if any of you have been through abrupt and really challenging financial changes, just know that this is actually a good sign for a fresh start with the Tower here, because it really brings us this chance for renewal and rebuilding, right? And the ability to rebuild things the right way this time, right? Any sort of destruction that we've been through really brings new and more stable foundations, right? It gives us that opportunity to reassess and restructure our finances a little bit more effectively. And it really does lead us to a more secure and resilient financial future. Now, I think that this card also represents things like caution and preparedness. So I don't know if those are some things that, your soul has learned through going through, challenging financial times. This reminds us to prepare ourselves and put certain measures in place so that we are prepared should a rainy day pop up one day, right? So this could be things like making an emergency savings for yourself, or having some sort of, solid financial plan to navigate any potential disruptions, right? I think this is the card that reminds us to be proactive, be ready for any changes that might come up. And then I think that really lessens the shock of, things that pop up, because life is life and things happen, right? And while we can't always be prepared, sometimes we can, right? So yeah, I think that's just some practical advice here with the Tower. I think many of you here are going to be taking a close look at your current financial situation. I think that you're going to be identifying and addressing any sort of weaknesses or vulnerabilities in, your budgeting or your savings or in investments or debt management. And I do think that you're going to make sure that your financial foundations are very strong and they're, capable of withstanding anything. Now, I do think that you're going to be prepared to adapt to any sort of new circumstances quickly. I think that having that flexibility and resilience are going to be really important. I think that you're also probably going to be thinking about how you can diversify your income sources, or, explore alternative financial strategies to really stay, agile with everything. But yeah, I do think that you're going to use any sort of experience that you've been through with money matters or finances as a learning opportunity, right? Whatever upheaval that you've been through in the past, it really just taught you lessons about certain things when it comes to finances, right? Like, for example, financial management. Like, maybe you know how to earn money, but you're still working on learning how to have and keep money, right? And hold on to it for a bit longer. So that's just one example. But I do think that you're going to have the opportunity to reflect on what led you to, what happened with that experience, and how you can prevent any sort of situation that is similar to that in the future. So yeah, I think that you're going to stay prepared, you're going to be adaptable, you're going to be focused on rebuilding, And I think that you're going to emerge from any sort of experience that you've had with finances with a much stronger and a more secure financial foundation. The next card that we have here is the Voyage of the Heart. This one says, love flows through you and to you. So with this one, I feel like you're probably going to make a lot of financial decisions based on your passions and what you love. So I don't know if you're going to be pursuing careers or investments that really deeply resonate with your personal values and your interests. Maybe you're going to trust your intuition and that emotional intelligence of yours. I think that this is really going to guide a lot of your financial choices. And I think that listening with your heart is going to lead you to opportunities that not only bring financial gain, but also a lot of personal fulfillment. And I think that your financial future is going to be influenced by the strength and the quality of your relationships. I think that collaborations and partnerships that are based on mutual respect and having these shared values will really be beneficial. So I don't know if you're going to find financial success through joint ventures with loved ones. Maybe it's going to be a family business, a partnership, or investments with friends. I do think that your financial future is going to be marked by you embracing a generous spirit. And I think that this generosity is going to attract abundance. You're going to be giving with an open heart. And I think that that's going to be reciprocated with love and new opportunities flowing your way as well. I do think that a lot of financial flow might come from unexpected sources due to your open-heartedness and your kindness. Now, I do think that you're going to also be using this time to identify what you're truly passionate about, and really how you can explore what you love and turn that into a profitable venture, right? So whether it's a creative endeavor or a cause that you believe in or a field that you really love, I do think that aligning your work with your heart will bring you financial and emotional rewards. So I don't know if many of you here will maybe like start a business that aligns with your values, or maybe you'll deeply invest in something that makes a difference, or you'll work in a field that you're very deeply passionate about. But that's the energy that I feel here. I do think that you're going to be investing your time and effort in building very strong, supportive relationships. I think that you're going to be networking with like-minded individuals, and you're going to collaborate with those who share your values, and that can lead to very fruitful financial opportunities, right? The next card that we have here is Divine Source. So this one says, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Yeah, so interesting. Again, I'm hearing like the word trust, and I think that this card represents the need to have trust in the universe, or, you know, your source or your higher self or God or whoever it is that you resonate with or believe in. Whatever makes the most sense for you. I always say that we have more than enough room for everybody's beliefs here on the channel. We can each hold space for each other and our uniqueness and, you know, our beliefs, even if they're wildly different than somebody else's. But yeah, I do think that you're going to be trusting in the plan, you know, trusting in the divine plan, trusting in the universe, trusting that all your needs will be met, right? You doing your part to co-create, and then trusting that the rest will be taken care of. We also have the Inner Temple card. This one says devotion, and it says tune into the portal of your heart. So again, I feel like this is going to be heart-centered financial decisions. I think that you're going to prioritize financial choices that really resonate with your passions and, you know, your ethical beliefs. I think that tuning into your heart is going to guide you towards opportunities that not only bring you financial gain, but also very much this sense of personal fulfillment and a sense of purpose. I think that this theme of devotion, it really is telling me that you're going to have this dedicated and consistent approach to things. I think that you're going to be committing to your financial goals with a lot of perseverance, and, you know, mindfulness is going to be really important. I think that you are going to be long-term planning, and you're going to be having the patience to see your efforts bear fruit over time. I think that really achieving that inner peace and that emotional balance is definitely going to play a role in your financial health, because when your inner world is stable, you're more likely to make more calm and like rational financial decisions. So I don't know if diving into things like meditation, mindfulness, and really having that heart-centered reflection will help you stay grounded and really focused on your financial journey. So yeah, I do think that maybe like you'll be aligning your financial goals with your life purpose. Maybe you're going to pursue like careers and projects and investments that feel spiritually rewarding and really aligned with your higher calling. I think that's really cool that we had when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction and great wisdom. So yeah, I think you're just going to spend time really trying to understand what truly matters the most to you and how you can really integrate these values into your financial life. So yeah, 100%. I think that I just keep hearing like heart-centered decisions. Now we also have the Advocate. This one says Saturn, and the affirmation there says, I align with the greater good for all. So we have a bunch of descriptors down here. So I do think that some of your personal strengths include that you are humanitarian, resourceful, integrous, idealist, resilient, outspoken, opinionated, rebellious, a champion, supportive. We have compassionate here. We also have democratic, passionate, driven, and devoted. So I feel like your financial future is likely going to involve you making choices that really do prioritize like ethical considerations and really like things like fairness and sustainability, and even having this like social responsibility, right? So I don't know if you're gonna like support or start a business that really focuses on like social good, maybe ethical investing, or really contributing to causes that benefit your community. With Saturn's influence here, I think this brings a focus on discipline and having structure and long-term planning. So I think that your financial strategy is going to emphasize you having this stability and gradual growth rather than like quick, get rich quick type of things, right? So I don't know if you're going to have more of a conservative or careful approach to managing your finances, with a very strong emphasis on planning for the future and building this very secure foundation. I don't know if you'll have a career in like advocating for others, right? Maybe social justice. I think that for many of you here, you'd be a natural at things like, advocacy, social justice, maybe like nonprofit work or public service. I think that it would just be like any field that aligns with this desire to contribute to the greater good and really make this meaningful impact on society. I think that, you might focus on things that promote sustainability, maybe things that like promote ethical practices, like maybe this is like green energy or social enterprises, or maybe like a company with a very strong social responsibility. I don't know if part of your financial future includes you being in philanthropy, right? Or donating to charity or causes or foundations that really align with your values. I also feel like this sense like for some of you, you're going to be using whatever financial acumen that you develop over time to educate others, right? And to advocate for others' financial literacy and really empowering others around you and your community to achieve financial and, monetary stability. But yeah, with Saturn's influence here, I definitely think that you're going to experience that success and financial stability. I keep hearing like the word sustained, like you're going to have that like sustainable type of financial future, which is great. We also have equality here. This one says seahorse. So I do think that there is going to be like this there's going to be this well-balanced approach to your income and your expenses and your savings and your investments, right? I do think that you're going to find this very harmonious way to, you know, allocate your resources and make sure that they're stable and all of that. Now, I do think that maybe your financial success is going to be closely tied to working with others. Maybe like joint ventures, partnerships in business, maybe shared financial goals with like a family or a relationship. Again, I think that there is this focus on, right, equality, ethics. So that could be a theme in terms of the way that you bring in your finances. I think that you're going to approach your finances with patience and a long-term perspective. I don't think that you're going to be rushing into decisions. I think that you're going to be taking the time to really thoroughly evaluate any sort of opportunities that come your way. And I'm really feeling like your patience is going to pay off in the long run. This is going to allow you this is going to allow you to have more informed and balanced financial choices. So yeah, there are these major themes coming out here: balance, fairness, ethical considerations, those kinds of things. Equitable partnerships. Now, let me pull out my animal power book to get more information. Let's look for hummingbird. Perfect. Okay. So this one says, hummingbird, joy, sweetness of life, love, nature, awe, flowers, building or redecorating, infinity, and rainbow. This one says, when to work with me, when you want to awaken more joy, when you want to be present to life's miracles, when you want to see beauty everywhere, when you want to release feelings of bitterness or resentment, when you want to have a happy home, when you need to be reminded you live in a world of infinite possibilities. The energy medicine here says, align with me to be able to swiftly connect with joy in all situations. My flying abilities, I am the only creature who can fly backward, remind you it's possible to be lifted by experiences and memories that once felt hard. There is joy to extract from everything. I love that. I'm going to say that again. There is joy to be extracted from everything. I think that we had so much messages here in this reading about tapping into your passion, tapping into your heart, tapping into your joy, right? What is your heart leading you towards? And I think that when we're tapped into the energy of joy, when we're tapped into the energy of happiness and flow, that's when we start to attract all the good things that we desire, right? Now, the next card that I want to talk about here is memory. And this one says Rosemary. Now, this is Leo energy here, so I don't know if some of you have Leo somewhere significant in your birth chart, or this could just be the energy at play here. Leo is very much a leader. They're very generous. They're very bold, bright. They have this warmth to them. So, yeah, I do think that leadership is going to be a big theme in terms of your financial future. I also feel like I keep hearing like your financial assets or like your money or resources, like you're going to learn how to preserve that. So again, I don't know if this is like setting up an emergency fund or investing in assets that are stable, right? Or ensuring that your wealth is protected in some sort of way. I also feel like you're going to see a lot of growth in your financial arena, because rosemary, while it's used to preserve things, it's also about growth, right? Because this plant really flourishes when it's cared for properly. So I think that you're going to care for your finances properly and you're going to see that growth. Now, in terms of memory, I'm feeling the energy of nostalgia. So maybe you're going to tune in and start bringing in an income where it comes from something that you love to do. Maybe something that you loved to do when you were a child, maybe something that you did in the past, some sort of experience that was very fond for you. And now we also have the Larimar card here. This is a throat chakra card. So I'm not sure if your financial future or the way that you bring in your wealth has to do with speaking, maybe sharing your voice, advocating for others with your voice, right? Advocating for others with your expression, holding space for others. We have spaciousness here, holding space for people's needs, unique differences, right? The emotional qualities here, it says, restores balance from emotional extremes, addresses bipolar disorder, OCD, PTSD, and anxiety-related mental and emotional disorders, reduces stubbornness and a fear of change, calming and soothing, clears emotional blockages, enhances truthful communication. And this one says, I welcome positive change. I love that. So yeah, a lot of this reading had to do with change and, you know, releasing the old to bring in the new, starting to build new foundations, kind of this energy of social justice and equality, and advocating for others and holding space. So yeah, I do think that your financial future is very, very cool, very, very interesting, pile 2. Let's get some more information from our Astro Dice and find out more about your financial future. So pile 2, let's find out about your financial future. Okay, so we have Neptune in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces in the 2nd house. With Neptune in Pisces, I feel like this combination tells me that you're very intuitive and you have this creative approach to your finances. So I don't know. So with this, I definitely feel like you're driven by your ideals and a desire to help others. So again, maybe this has something to do with you bringing in finances and money through, you know, charitable giving, working in fields that really do promote the well-being of your community. The 2nd house talks about our personal finances, our possessions, our values. So I do think that with Neptune's influence here coming from Pisces, it might create a very fluid relationship with money. Maybe you're going to be diving into an unconventional financial path. Maybe traditional paths don't really appeal to you, and maybe you'll find success through more unconventional and creative means. Now, I do feel like your intuition and your creativity are going to have a lot to do with your earning. Like maybe you earn money through creative and artistic endeavors. Like maybe you'll have a career in film or music or photography, right? And maybe that's woven into this like advocacy and the social justice and this equality, right? I think that you're going to move people with your expression is what I'm feeling. Again, I feel like for many of you here, you may have like a spiritual or a healing profession. With Neptune's spiritual influence, I feel like many of you here could be involved in a profession that is related to healing or spirituality or counseling. I think that you and your compassionate nature can really attract opportunities in this field. Now, I think that your values might prioritize non-material wealth as well. Like maybe for some of you here, it's not just about the money, but it's about experiences and relationships and having that spiritual fulfillment, right? When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. I think that having this perspective really leads us to have this balanced and fulfilling financial life, but you know, it ensures that it doesn't lead us to neglect our practical financial needs, right? But it also teaches us that there's so much value in other things beyond the material and beyond just money, right? So, yeah, so I hope that that was super helpful, pile 2. Please give this video a like if it resonates. It really does help the channel. Please comment below with what pile you chose. I love to talk with you all in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Take care of yourself. I do hope to see you back on the next video after this. I have a playlist with a ton of pick a card readings on my channel for you to explore. But if not this time, I will see you back on the next reading. Bye, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Now let's dive in. Okay, so pile 3. The first card that you have here is the King of Coins. You also have Answering the Call, The Time Is Now. You have Individuality. You have Share Your Voice. You have the Magician. You also have strategy, red fox. You have duality, banana. You have an earth chakra crystal card. This one says hematite. And then we have the card you chose in the beginning of the reading, and this one says, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. So with the King of Pentacles here, or the King of Coins, this one says leadership and abundance. So this card typically represents someone who's very financially savvy, someone who's reliable and responsible with their resources, and it also represents things like financial mastery. So in terms of what your financial future is, I do feel like you're going to have the skills and the knowledge and the discipline that is needed to manage your finances effectively, right? You're likely going to be able to make sound decisions when it comes to budgeting, investing, and planning for the future. I do feel like you have the potential to accumulate wealth over time through hard work and perseverance and making very smart financial choices. So this is your reminder and your confirmation that you are on track to achieve your financial goals. And I think that you are going to be able to look forward to enjoying a comfortable lifestyle. The King of Coins, honestly, is rich. They're abundant. They're wealthy. So I do feel like this also represents you having business success in your career or your business ventures. So your financial future holds you being in a position of authority or leadership. And I do feel like your efforts are going to be rewarded with financial stability and prosperity. So super, super exciting, pile 3. I think that this also has to do with you focusing on long-term financial planning and stability. So this could be a good time to reassess your investments or your savings or your, retirement plans to really make sure that they align with your overarching goals and your aspirations. The King of Coins here also suggests that you do have this opportunity to share your wealth and resources with others, right? You're going to have an overflow of abundance and you're going to have enough to share with those around you. So maybe you're going to be donating to charity or supporting loved ones or investing in your community in some way. Either way, I just feel like you have this ability to make this truly lasting and profound positive impact. So yeah, overall with the King of Pentacles, this really just tells us that you're going to have a very promising financial future, something that's very much characterized by stability and security, success and abundance, and you just applying those practical skills to maintain a very disciplined approach to money management. Now we also have the card answering the call. This one says the time is now. So I feel like you're going to be seizing opportunities, pile 3. I feel like you're going to be proactive in really identifying and taking advantage of financial opportunities that come your way. So I don't know if some of you are going to start a business or pursue career advancement in some way or invest in a venture that's very promising. But this is your card to really stay open to any sort of new possibility that comes your way and be willing to take risks that are calculated, right? Risks that you have vetted and kind of sussed out. And when these opportunities arise and you feel like it's in alignment with you, it's time to answer the call, right? Whether this is a leadership opportunity, whether this is an opportunity to make more money, maybe this is an opportunity to provide for your loved ones in a new way. Now, I do feel like there is this element of strategic planning here. I think that during this time, you're going to be defining your financial objectives. You're really going to be creating this roadmap to achieve whatever goals that you have. And I think that you're going to achieve this success by breaking down your goals into actionable steps, right? And really setting those deadlines to keep yourself accountable. So really go ahead, review and adjust your financial plan as needed, and really go ahead and stay aligned with whatever your aspirations and your goals are. I think that this card is all about taking initiative. Maybe some of you here are going to learn new skills. Maybe you're going to seek out mentors or advisors, but I do feel this energy of like actively seeking opportunities for your own development, right? You're going to be taking ownership of your financial journey and you're going to really be empowering yourself to create this future that you desire. So we also have the card of individuality. This one says every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. So right away, I feel like you're going to be doing things on your terms. You're going to be doing things in your own way. You're going to be doing things in your individual way. I feel like you're carving out a path that many haven't carved out before. We have leadership here, so I keep hearing like you're paving the way for many. So like maybe, you've always dreamed of working from home and you figured out a way to do it. And maybe others are now looking to you to figure out, hey, okay, so-and-so works remotely now. How do they do that? And how have they sustained themselves for the last 6 going on 7 years, right? How did they create a stable income and a stable life for themselves while doing things on their own terms, right? While doing things their own way. Now we also have the Share Your Voice card. This one says, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So with this one, I really do feel like you're going to be embracing your authenticity. This comes perfectly on the heels of the individuality card, because I really do think that you're going to step into the light and embrace your true self, right? I feel like your financial success is going to be found by you aligning your financial decisions with your values that feel authentic to you, right? And your passions and your talents. I really do think that you're going to be embracing your unique strengths and your interests, and you're really going to be looking out for opportunities that allow you to express yourself fully in your career, or whether that's business endeavors, right? Or creative pursuits. And I do feel like you're going to be developing this strong sense of resilience and this really like deep inner strength, because I think that this is going to help you through any sort of challenges or setbacks or criticism or adversity, right? I do feel like you're going to be able to focus on expression, right? Whether that be communication or creativity or some cool new invention, right? I think that you're just going to be exploring ways to leverage your unique voice and your perspective. You're going to be creating value in whatever marketplace that you're in. And I think that you're going to find a way to make a meaningful impact and to contribute to society in a very beautiful and creative way. So I also think that you're going to be building relationships with like-minded individuals, maybe people who support and amplify your message. Maybe you're even going to be sharing your story about how you became financially empowered, right? How you educated yourself about personal finance or investments, or how you focused on wealth building. You have a story to share. We also have the Magician card here. This one says Rahu. And the affirmation here says, I am a master manifester. So we have a bunch of traits to describe your natural talents here. And this one says acquisitive, alternative, intelligent, conscious, creative, magical, intuitive, inventive, alchemic, technical, artistic, dynamic, psychological, synthesizing, eccentric, and charismatic. So I do feel like you have a lot of skills, pile 3. So I don't know if this is a time where you're going to be taking stock of your skills. Maybe that's skills in budgeting or investing or, decision making or planning or anything like that. And you're really going to be leveraging your skills to create the financial future that you really and truly desire. So a lot of this has to do with setting clear intentions, right? I feel like with this, you're going to be defining what financial success looks for you, whether that's like achieving a certain level of wealth or financial freedom, or maybe fulfilling a specific dream. I feel like you're going to visualize your goals as something that's already been accomplished, and you're going to focus your energy on manifesting them into reality. Now, with this card, I feel like you're also going to be taking inspired action. So I do think that you're going to be proactive in seeking out opportunities, whether that is like an opportunity to advance your career, maybe starting a business, or investing in the things that really align with your goals and your objectives. I think this is your chance to trust your intuition and really take these bold, decisive steps towards creating the financial future that you desire. I also feel like you're going to be staying committed to your goals and really maintaining this disciplined approach to managing your finances. So this is your reminder to consistently take action towards your objectives, trust in your ability to manifest the financial future that you envision, And we also have the strategy card here. This one says Red Fox. So I do feel like strategy is going to be a huge factor as it has to do with your financial future. I think that you're going to be coming up with this really like comprehensive financial plan that outlines your goals and your priorities and, you know, timelines. Maybe you're going to weigh out any sort of risks or challenges, and you're going to come up with strategies to really maximize any opportunity for your growth and success. Now, the Red Fox is also known for its ability to adapt to changing environments and circumstances. So I think that you're going to be willing to adjust your strategies, you know, whether market conditions change or economic trends change or personal circumstances change. I think that you're flexible, you're adaptable, and you're going to stay informed and willing to pivot like whenever necessary, right? So that you can stay on course towards your goals. Now, like the Red Fox, I also think that you're going to be able to use that cunning and creativity, the cunning skills that you have and the creativity in your financial decision making. So maybe you're going to look for creative solutions, maybe out of the box opportunities that other people kind of overlook. I think that you're going to be thinking outside of the box when it comes to generating income, maybe reducing expenses or really optimizing your investments. And yeah, I do think that there's a lot of like patience and persistence here. So I think that you're going to be focused on your long-term goals. You're going to remain persistent in pursuing your goals. And I think that you're going to even celebrate small victories along the way, but you're still going to stay committed to that overarching like goal or strategy. And you're going to continue moving forward with determination. Let's also look in our animal power book to see if we can get any information from Fox. I have this book linked for you guys in the description if you're interested. Okay, Fox. This one says shape-shifting, attunement, resourcefulness, stealth, wisdom, solutions, humor, magic, invisibility, and dreams. So these could all be themes in terms of your financial future. This one says when to work with me. This one says when you need clever solutions or smart ideas, when you need clear insight before making a decision, when you want to properly assess your surroundings and your relationships, when you need more humor in your life, when you want to understand the messages in your dreams. And this one, this energy medicine says, I have nighttime powers. I enhance your ability to receive divine messages and creative inspiration at night and in your dreams. Ooh. So maybe some of you find that your creative spark happens at night or when the rest of the world is kind of asleep. You know, maybe it's the wee hours of the morning. Maybe some of you get your inspiration through dreams or through intuitive dreaming, right? But yeah, you do have a lot of like magic and wisdom and resourcefulness that you can tap into in terms of, you know, bringing in more finances and more abundance. Okay, the next card that we have here is duality. This one says banana. So I think that there's going to be this balance, right? Balance between spending and saving, maybe risk and security, maybe balance between short-term gratification and long-term goals. I just think that there's this energy of like maintaining equilibrium in your financial decisions, and this is going to make sure that you have, you know, financial stability and sustainability as well. I do think that just as like the banana is very, very diverse in terms of its nutrients, I think that you're going to diversify your income streams and your investments, right? I think you're going to like diversify what's in your portfolio is what I'm hearing. Now, I think that whatever seeds that you've planted, whatever intentions that you've set, this is going to yield a really beautiful harvest for you. I think that you're going to be enjoying the fruits of your labor and really investing in like your future prosperity. So yeah, we also have the hematite card here. This one says iron absorption. It's an earth chakra card. So again, the theme of stability, groundedness, security. The emotional qualities here says it connects earth and third eye chakras, balancing, calming, and grounding, and it helps to ground psychic wisdom for use in daily living, alleviates fear and anxiety, supports interstellar vision, and increases practical wisdom. So this one says, my strength is balanced with wisdom. There's so much like energy around balancing things here. So I do think that your finances will probably be very balanced. I love that we have, I trust that my powerful intentions are combined with my faith. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. So yeah, it's all about visualizing what you want to manifest. It's all about planting the seeds, right? It's all about answering the call. It's all about sharing your voice, right? All of these things are planting the seeds to grow and develop this very beautiful, prosperous financial future. Now, the next thing I want to do here is I want to roll some astro dice to get more information on your financial future. So let's get more info for pile 3. So we have the South Node in Sagittarius in the 8th house. So South Node in Sagittarius in the 8th house. So the South Node talks about our past life influences, and it talks about our innate tendencies that we bring into this life. So with Sagittarius here, it suggests that you might have been a seeker of knowledge or a philosopher or someone who has traveled extensively or has had a deep interest in higher learning or freedom or exploration. In this lifetime, I feel like some of you here might need to address challenges that are related to over-idealism or restlessness, or maybe like having this inclination to escape difficult situations rather than facing them. So I think that for many of you here, your journey might involve you learning to balance the adventurous, freedom-loving nature of Sagittarius with the more grounded and like practical concerns. Now, the 8th house here talks about shared resources and finances. This is the house that governs our inheritances, shared resources, investments, taxes, debts, and the financial aspects of partnerships. And it really dives deeper into the psychological and more transformative experiences. The 8th house is also very much about transformation and rebirth. So maybe your financial situation will go through a significant change or a transformation or a rebirth over your lifetime. I do feel like with the South Node in the 8th house, you might have some karmic ties related to inheritances or shared resources. Maybe there's some lessons around how you handle joint finances, whether this is through your partnerships, maybe family money or inheritances. Now, with these placements here, I do feel like you might feel the need to develop better skills in managing debts or taxes or investments. I feel like with the influence of Sagittarius here, you might feel inclined to take risks. So learning to balance that optimism with very practical financial planning is probably going to be essential here. I think that with these placements too, there could be a tendency to avoid dealing with financial complexities or maybe to even rely on other people for financial security. So it is important to really face like any sort of challenges head on and develop that independence in managing your resources. And the 8th house also talks about things like deep psychological growth. So maybe some like challenges that you've been through in the past has really served as being a catalyst for personal transformation. And, you know, maybe you now understand your values and your priorities a lot more profoundly. So yes, thank you so much, pile 3. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please give this video a like if it did. It really does help the channel. Leave a comment below with what pile you chose or with what resonated with you, or you can drop me an emoji if you feel like it. I really do love to connect with you all on this channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you on the next video after this. I have a playlist with a ton of pick a card readings from a bunch of different topics: love, relationships, career, money, wealth, all sorts of things, manifestation. So definitely check it out. But if not this time, I will see you on the next reading. Bye, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Now let's dive in. Okay, so pile 4. The first card that you have here is the Ace of Swords. You also have Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss. You have Courage, You have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. You also have the Administrator, Saturn. You have Creation, Snake. You have Focus, Stock. Third eye chakra crystal. This one says Blue Sapphire. And then you have your affirmation card that you chose in the beginning. This one says, when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So the first card that we have here is the Ace of Swords, and this one says success and logic. So with this card, I feel like, in terms of the question, what is your financial future? I feel like there's a lot of clarity and insight that's coming your way. So first off, I feel like for so many of you here, you do have a very clear vision of your financial goals, and I think that you know exactly where you want to go, who you want to be, and what you want to do in this lifetime. This card can also represent things like intellectual strength and rational thinking. So maybe you know how to make financial decisions that are very sound and based on logic and reason and very careful analysis. I think that you know how to trust your intellect and your analytical abilities to navigate very complex financial matters, and I think that you know how to identify opportunities for growth and success. Now, this card also speaks to breakthroughs and new beginnings. So you might experience a significant breakthrough in your finances. Maybe some of you out here are going to get a new job. Maybe you're going to start a successful business, or maybe you're going to receive unexpected financial windfalls. This card does talk about you entering a phase of life that feels like very fresh. It feels like a fresh start, and it feels like exciting opportunities in terms of your financial journey. Now, this card can also represent cutting through challenges and obstacles. So you do have the mental clarity and determination to really overcome any sort of financial obstacles or hurdles that you might come face to face with. And this card encourages us to confront our challenges head on and to really use our mind and our intellect and our willpower to cut through any barriers that we feel like are in our way in terms of our financial success. Now, the swords are also associated with the realm of communication and negotiation. So in terms of your financial future, I feel that effective communication and negotiation skills are going to be very, very instrumental in you achieving your financial goals. So I don't know if your job is going to require you to negotiate, maybe manage financial agreements, or something related to the need for like having clear and assertive communication. Now the next card that we have here is Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss. So I do think that you're going to be pursuing your passion and your purpose, right? I do think that you're going to identify what brings you joy. You're going to get clear on really what brings you fulfillment. And I think that you're going to consider how you can integrate these elements into your career or your business ventures. So when you pursue what you love, I feel like financial success comes easily, right? Because you're motivated and you're dedicated to your work. With this, also by Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss, I think this represents you making decisions based on your intuition, right? Trusting your intuition, trusting your inner guidance. I think that you're going to be listening to your gut feelings, and you're going to be making decisions that feel right for you, even if they go, against conventional wisdom or what other people are doing, right? I think that you're going to trust that your instincts will guide you towards the opportunities that are truly aligned with your path. And just as stars guide the sailors that are, sailing the seas, they have to be very much flexible and adaptable, right? So the path to your financial abundance or the path to your financial success, it might not be linear, and you might go through ups and downs, right? Changes, opportunities, all sorts of things. But by staying open and really adjusting your sails based on kind of what's going on in the moment will really help you stay aligned with that bliss, right? So this is your reminder to stay focused on the long-term vision, right? Stay focused on your dreams, stay focused on those aspirations, and remember that when things seem insurmountable or they seem overwhelming, that we can always go ahead and break down our larger goals into smaller chunks of smaller chunks or smaller tasks, right? We can break those down into very actionable steps, right? And we can regularly go over our progress to make sure that we're on track. I think that wherever you're headed is going to illuminate you and your path a lot more fully. And I think that there's infinite possibilities that you haven't even seen. So yeah, again, trust your intuition, trust your gut, keep following your own arrow. I keep hearing that song, Follow Your Arrow by Casey Musgraves. I think that that's a fabulous song to listen to if you're feeling like you want to listen to something about, you know, charting your own course, following your own arrow, marching to the beat of your own drum kind of thing. Anyway, we also have the card of courage. This one says, let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Ooh. So it's almost like the example of, have you ever felt guided to do something, or have you ever felt guided to create or express something, but you felt a little nervous about putting your work out, or you didn't know how it would resonate with other people, so you just kind of hold it back and you're like, oh, you know, maybe when I feel ready. And here's the catch, pile 4. I don't think that we ever really truly feel ready, right? Sometimes we have to do things afraid. Sometimes we have to face the fear and do it anyway. And so this speaks to the courage that is necessary to even trust our intuition and those insights that are kind of pulling and guiding us towards what it is we're truly passionate about and the things that truly light us up, right? I think it's really cool that we have the Akasha card here. This one says, your guidance is divinely guided. So it's almost like when you're getting that divine guidance, when you're getting signs from the universe pointing you in a certain direction, you have to have that courage to move forward and to trust and to try new things out. Now, with the Akasha card here, I feel like, again, trusting your gut feelings and that inner voice is going to lead you to successful outcomes in terms of your finances. Maybe even like diving into meditation or mindfulness practices will help you to enhance this connection, right? And help you to make decisions that really helps you to align with your higher purpose. I think that this is a sign to pay attention to any sort of signs or synchronicities or meaningful coincidences that are pointing you in certain directions, because this could open doors to unexpected financial opportunities. See what's guiding you towards maybe like really good ventures or partnerships. And I also feel like there's this element of learning and growth here. So I feel like your financial path probably includes opportunities for significant personal and spiritual growth. And I think that you're going to be learning a lot of lessons, right? And lessons that help you evolve. And so I keep hearing like nothing that you've been through was in vain, right? Like everything that you've been through in terms of your finances is taught you so much about what you're going to create for yourself in the future, right? You know exactly what you don't want to experience, and now you're clear on what you do want and how you're going to get there. So I also feel like you're going to find yourself surrounded by more support. Maybe this is mentors, maybe peers, people in your community that really share your vision and your values. And I think that they're going to support that vision that you have as well. We also have the administrator. This one says Saturn, and it says, I walk with a foot in both the earthly and spiritual worlds. And there's a bunch of different descriptors down here. And so I feel like your natural abilities are that you are practical, grounded, persevering, wise, dedicated, strong, purposeful, leading, organized, structured, confident, strategic, assertive, disciplined, humanistic, and moral. So with this in mind, I feel like your financial future is definitely going to be built on a foundation of things like careful planning and budgeting and long-term strategies, right? It's really that structured planning and discipline that comes with Saturn. So maybe you're going to prioritize saving or wisely investing in certain things or avoiding unnecessary risks, right? I think that you're going to be doing things to ensure steady and sustainable financial growth. Now, in terms of walking with a foot in both worlds, spiritual and earthly realms, this reminds me of like balancing your material and your spiritual goals. So I think that you're going to seek financial stability, but not just for personal gain, but this is also to support your spiritual pursuits, right? And to help others. So I think that You might be working with projects that resonate with your spiritual values, and something, and maybe you'll engage in something that can provide you both with financial returns and a sense of purpose. Now, I do think that you're going to be creating a legacy here. I feel like you're going to be involved in maybe like charitable giving or supporting causes that really matter to you, or maybe establishing a foundation. I just feel like you are going to be involved in some sort of financial success that leaves a very positive and lasting impact on the world. Now we also have the creation card. This one says snake. So with this card, I feel like you're going to shed your old skin, right? There's going to be this continuous renewal for you. I don't know if you're frequently going to reassess and like update your financial strategies to really stay aligned with maybe like changing circumstances. I do think that you are going to get whatever you're desiring in terms of your financial goals, or you're going to create income through your creativity, right? I think that you're maybe going to be inventing things or coming up with innovative or unconventional things, maybe cutting edge technology, or something that's beyond the mainstream is what I'm feeling. I also feel like you're going to be really using this creativity to play a role in your financial decisions. So like maybe you'll come up with resourceful solutions to certain challenges, or maybe you'll find new ways to save money and really increase your income and invest wisely. There is also this element of like healing and regeneration here. The snake is often seen as something, or like a symbol of healing and regeneration. So I think that there's a lot of healing that's coming towards your finances. I think there's going to be a regeneration of wealth here. And I also feel like there is this element, again, of having this very intuitive decision making. I do think that a lot of your decisions are going to be guided by a deep sense of knowing. Yes. Now we also, let's look in our animal power book real quick. I have this book linked for you in the description if you're interested. Let's look for a snake. Okay. So snake, this one says transcendence, transmutation, shedding the old, sexual fire, life force, and creativity. So those could all be themes in terms of your financial future. We also have when to work with me. This one says when you are ready to let go of what no longer serves you, when you want to set yourself free, when you are ready to awaken your true spiritual life force from within, when you want to align with your divine sexual and creative powers. And the energy medicine here says, I am here to assist you in shedding your old skin. It is time to transmute, and it is time to be reborn. Wow. And snake is a symbol of eternity. So I do feel like the energy here is like you're going to have external wealth is what I feel. Infinite. Like I'm thinking about the infinity symbol. You're going to have infinite wealth, sustained wealth, which is super exciting. Now we also have focus. This one says stalk, and this is Sagittarius energy. Maybe some of you have Sagittarius somewhere significant in your birth chart, but if not, that's just the energy at play here. And Sagittarius is very expansive. They are very adventurous, very fun-loving, very funny, witty, quick, maybe with a love to travel. So some of those could be themes for your financial future. But yeah, I do feel like you're going to be spending time, again, just like analyzing trends in the market, maybe studying company performances, right? Really trying to understand any sort of indicators in your finances to make really informed decisions. I think that you're also going to be kind of focused on that continuous learning, right? You're going to be investing in financial education, maybe like going to seminars, reading books, really kind of improving that financial literacy. I do think that you're also going to be focusing and getting really clear on what matters to you. Like for some of you, I feel like it's not just about the money, but it's about having enough to create the time and space to spend time and be present with your children or your loved ones. Maybe creating time and space to have more time to do creative things and not always just be slaving away at your regular job, right? There's so many different options here. And we also have the blue sapphire card. This one is a third eye chakra card. So again, intuition. A lot of your financial future is going to be influenced by your intuition and your mind, mental focus, right? Ace of Swords, mental focus, creation. So there's a lot of that energy here. And the emotional qualities says brings serenity, generosity, optimism, and confidence, helps resolve conflicts, supports healing from depression, alleviates mental and emotional blockages, encourages free expression and loyalty, increases psychic vision and ESP. And the affirmation here says, I am free of all that clouds my mind. So yeah, I think that, again, it's that energy of clarity. It's that energy of focus. You're going to be very honed in when it comes to your finances, your goals in terms of your wealth. And when you're very clear, I think you become a very clear channel to receive more wealth and more abundance. Now, we also have the affirmation card here. It says, when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So yeah, it's about being a clear vessel. It's about being a clear channel. When you're happy and feeling secure and stable, that's when you attract more of that into your life, right? When you're feeling abundant, that's when you attract more abundance into your life. Now the next thing I want to do here is I want to roll some astro dice to find out more about your financial future. So pile 4, what else about your financial future? So we have Venus in Aries in the second house. So with Venus in Aries here, this brings a very like dynamic and assertive energy. This very much like fiery, passionate energy to how you attract and handle money, pile 4. Aries is very much action oriented. They like to take initiative. They're very independent. And so I feel like you're very proactive, enthusiastic when it comes to generating more finances and more wealth. Aries is sometimes known for also like its desire for immediate results. So just be aware of like any sort of desires that might pop up for immediate gratification. Doesn't make you wrong or anything. It just means that like maybe you prefer money to come in quickly and for things to be just like the movement to be quick. But with the second house here, it talks about personal finances, things like the things you value, possessions. It can talk about your earning potential, material security, maybe your spending habits. And this house also talks about your sense of self-worth and how it relates to material success and your possessions. So with Venus and Aries in the second house, I feel like you're very much likely to earn money through your own efforts, your own initiative, right? Maybe even entrepreneurial ventures. I feel like you have the potential to create wealth by taking really bold actions and seizing these big opportunities. I think that you also might be drawn to careers or financial opportunities that align with your passions and your interests. And I think that this is going to lead you to a more fulfilling and prosperous financial life, especially if you go ahead and follow what excites you. Now, I do feel like you value financial independence, and I do think that you're going to be taking a proactive approach to really ensure that your financial security is stable and secure. So yeah, there's this energy of like being self-reliant and really creating your own income streams. And Venus, it also rules things like beauty and luxury, and so maybe you have a taste for the finer things in life. But yeah, I think that is some of the themes that are marking your financial future, pile 4. I hope that this video helped to give you some clarity. Thank you so much. Please give this video a like if it resonates. It really does help the channel. Comment below with what pile you chose or what resonates. Maybe leave me an emoji if you can't think of anything else to write in the comments. I really do love to chat with you all and connect with you in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourself. I do hope to see you on the next video after this. I have a playlist with a ton of pick a card readings on my channel for you to explore. But if not this time, I will see you back on the next video. Bye, Pile 4.